Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to build a card flip in React Native with the help of Reanimated library. So as you can see here we have an card and there's a button to flip it. So once we click on it, it will automatically perform the flip animation. So today we are going to build this. Let's get started. So hello everybody. So we now have a basic app. It's a basic Expo app in TypeScript. And we have some basic components like credit card front and credit card back on our main app and some styles. So I'll just take you through all the components that we have here. So initially, like we have a view and with a container of styles. So this container styles is basically just setting the flex to one so that it will cover entire screen, and we are just giving it some background color and aligning the items to center. And after that we have our credit card front and credit card back view. So basically the credit card front is also a pressable component, and inside that, initially what we will achieve is we will achieve the flip on clicking on this flip button, and later we'll change it, and on clicking on the card itself it should flip. That should happen. So initially we'll start with instead of pressable we'll start with view itself. So this credit card is just as a view with some text and some stylings. So these are the stylings. We don't have a logo for now, let's remove it. So these are some basic stylings. These are not much complex stylings, just some basic stylings of the card. And the back card is also similar, like it has some view and some basic stylings. So one important thing here is like we need to check the width and height of the front and back cards should be same, because when we try to flip the card should we should not see any difference between the cards, right? So we must ensure that the height and width of the cards are same. So once these are all ready, and once like we have this credit card front and credit card back here, what we need to do is we need to put it in animated view to get the animations. So what we can do is inside this we need to import animated view from Reanimated. So actually Reanimated is a library, animation library for React Native. So what you have to do to install Reanimated is, let me just bring up my Chrome. So if you go here and search for Expo Reanimated, so if you go into here, so this command should install you Reanimated. So just copy this command and paste it in the terminal here. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do it again. So after that, there is one more change that you need to do. So you just need to go into babel.config.js and add this plugin. This is same for Expo app and even for normal React Native CLI app. Here you need to add it with the npx expo install, and in the normal CLI app, you just install it with npm install or an install, whatever the package you're using. So yeah, coming back to this babel.config.js, here you need to add it in the plugins. So after that is done, you just need to like close your server and restore it, and that should get you going with the Reanimated. So coming back to our app, so what we have to have here is animated view. So I'll just import animated view from Reanimated. animated. It got imported from Reanimated. Animated dot view. Sorry. Animated dot view. Let me wrap it here also. Animated dot view. And we don't need this view. Again, we need one more animated dot view. Another animated dot view, and we'll put this credit card back component here. Okay. I'm not sure why my autosave is not working. There is some issue with the prettier. I'll look into it later. So for now, what we are doing is we have wrapped our credit card front and credit card back with the animated views, and we'll save it. Let me bring. So nothing happens now. Yeah. So that is expected because we imported animated view, but we are not telling it to do any animations. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to hide this card. So these two cards are on top of each other, right? So basically, we need to hide one of the card. So for that, on the back of another card. So for that, we'll just add one style like card, and let's add it to the front card. So let's give it front card, comma here. Let's give it a position of absolute, and let's copy this front card, and in the animated view we'll give style, and in the array we'll give styles dot front card. Sorry about that. Okay, we have given position absolute to the front card in the animated view, and it should uh, make it disappear. Let me reload it. Yeah, now you can see the card went back of this card, but this flip button is coming in between. So this is because in this view there are currently three elements, three major elements, like this is one parent element, this is one parent element, and this is one parent element, right? So we have to wrap these both animated views into a single element. So for that, let's add a view, another view, and let's move everything to into that view. Let's save it. Yeah. Now you can see like the front card is not at all appearing because of we gave it a position of absolute. So now what we have to do is we have to have an variable. Let's say const rotate, and for this we need to have an animated value. So basically the animated value we can use shared value from reanimated. Use shared value, we need to import it from reanimated. Initially let's keep it as 0, and let's keep it like that. And what we'll do with it is, so on this flip it, so basically we'll have an on press function. So on press of this button, we'll check whether our rotate value has any value or not. If it has any value, we'll assign it 0. If it doesn't have any value, we'll assign it 1. So rotate dot value equal to rotate dot value. We'll check for it. If it is 0, uh, if it is true, that means it has some value. So we'll assign it 0. and if it is false, then that means it doesn't have any value, so we'll assign it 1. So let's check it. Let's log our rotate value here. Save it. So if I click on flip it, you can see initially like it is 0, and again it's 1, it's 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, and so it's interchanging. So our rotate value is working fine. So based on this rotate value, what we'll do is we'll create some animated styles for the front card and the back card. So let's say const front animated styles equal to use animated. We need to import use animated style from reanimated again. So here we'll give a callback function and we'll return the styles here. So what we have to return is we need to rotate it. So basically we need to transform, and inside the transform we need to rotate y. This rotate y we have to give some value. So this value will depend on this rotate value. So what we have to do is const uh, rotate value equal to if rotate. So we need to interpolate basically. Uh, interpolate is a function from reanimated again. We'll import interpolate and we'll give it some value. So basically this interpolate will take the 3 arguments. So 4 arguments. Now we are giving 3 arguments actually. So if you hover on this function, you can see what are the I mean inputs you can give, parameters you can send it inside the function. So it can take a number and input range and output range, and there is a extrapolation time. So we are giving it 3 arguments for now. So first of all, we are giving it a rotate value. It could be either 1 or 0. And second, we are giving it an input range that is from 0 to 1. And third, we are giving it an output range that is 0 to 180. So basically, we are rotating it. So if our rotate value is 0, it will give us 0, and if our rotate value is 1, it will give us 180. And if the value is in between, then it will give us it will map accordingly and the values between 0 and 180, and give it that range. Okay, so rotate value, what we need to have that rotate value here, and we need to specify it in degrees. Save it, copy the front animated styles and pass it in the front card. Save it. Let's click on flip it and check what happens. Nothing is happening because our front card is on the back side. So let me just uh, comment out this back card for now. Save it, and let me also remove the position absolute for now. Save it. Okay, if I click on flip it, you can see like the text is going up and down. So this is because the flip is happening, but we are not able to see it. So what we can do is here we can wrap it inside with timing. So with timing is basically another function from reanimated itself. We'll get with timing here. Let's give it a duration of 1 second. Sorry. Let's try flipping it. Now nothing is happening. Reload, flip it. Nothing is happening. Uh, why is it nothing happening? Let me check what is happening here. Yeah, so basically we need to wrap this with timing here. Let me just remove this by Control Z. Now here, give it a timing. Yeah, so we need to use with timing here, and the issue is like we need to pass the value inside of the with timing and the duration here. I gave it 2 seconds here. Let me give it 1 second. And now if we check here, like we flip it, the card flip is happening and we can see the flip, but the backside is up and down and it's showing up. So we don't want that to happen, right? So for that, what we can do is in the front card styles, we can give back face visibility hidden. This should hide it. See, now the flip is happening and when it is showing up its back, it's not visible. So let's put our position absolute back and our with a comma here and our credit card backside also. Save it. Now we have the back. So same process like however we applied the styles to the front and front card, we need to apply the styles, same styles to the back card also. Not exactly same styles, but similar styles. Let's name it as back animated style. And here when the value is between 0 to 1, we need to rotate it between 180 to 360, and we will give it this back animated styles to this animated view. Style is equal to styles dot no, not styles dot it's just back animated styles here, and let's save it. So initially the back animator initially the value is 0, right? So the back card is rotated 180 degrees, that's why it's showing up the back upside down. So we know that if we apply it a back face visibility of hidden, it will get resolved, right? So let's write a style back card. Let's give it a comma here. Back face visibility hidden. Let's apply it here. Styles dot backup. So yeah, now initially the rotate value is 0 and the front card is at 0 degrees and the back card is at 180 degrees. Because the back card is at 180 degrees and we have applied back face visibility hidden, the back card is hidden, and because the front card is at 0 degrees, the front card is visible. Once the front card the rotate value becomes 1 and the front card rotates 180 degrees, the back of the front card doesn't appear. So if we perform the flip animation now, you can see the flip is happening. So that's that. And Mostly like we don't have a button in most of the applications, whether check any recently I checked my banking application also. We don't have any flip button here. We just click on the card and the card flips. That happens. So let's do that. For that we don't need to do much. We just need to like have this condition passed into those components. Let's remove this pressables for now. We need to pass it. The rotate value need to pass it, not the rotate value. Yeah, rotate. We need to pass it to here in the back card. Okay. So this is a TypeScript only. You just need to go into this card and we'll write an interface with iProps. Paste it here. This rotate will be use shared value of type number. Use shared value will come from reanimated. Import something from reanimated that will be use shared value. Okay, and do you need type of use shared value? Use shared value refers to value being used as a type of use shared value. Yes, I need type of use shared value. Why is it exactly in here? Let me go back into the app and check the type there itself. Shared value. Paste it here and get the shared value from reanimated. Don't need use shared value here. No. iProps will be here. Rotate will get rotate, and this will make it a pressable component. Pressable and on for us, we'll do exactly what we are doing with the flip button. We'll change that rotate value. We'll check for it. If there is something, we'll assign 0. If there is nothing, we'll assign 1. The same thing we have to do in back code also. We'll just copy these props. We'll go into back code, paste it here, copy this, get the shared value from reanimated, provide props for it. These are all just TypeScript stuff. You don't need it if you're not using TypeScript. So make it a pressable from React Native, and we'll just copy the one press function from here. Save it. Come back here to our app. Now no errors. Just save it and try. So currently I'm yeah. Okay, there is some evaluating rotate dot value type error undefined is not an object. Where is this happening? Let me reload again and try again. Click on it. Click it back. Yeah. Yeah, you can see now it's working fine. And that's the animation, flip animation. So if you like this video, please like it. If you dislike it, then dislike it. Yeah, if you really like it, consider subscribing and comment what are your thoughts or any improvements that we can do here. Thank you.